Today we are dealing with the topic constructivism. Who now we are discussing some important ideas of constructivism. Who first one is discovery learning, which means teacher must create an atmosphere that enables the learner to discover ideas and facts. The students should be helped to develop a model of himself. Next is learning through debate. According to Jerome S. Brunner, debate is sharing of ideas. Different ideas can be developed by asking for the explanations, internalizing ideas, and analyzing them. It is the active methodology where all students can participate effectively. Next point is learning through problem solving. Youth. In constructivism, students construct knowledge and develop critical thinking skills by solving real world problems in small groups. Youth. Next point is collaborative learning. This is a form of learning which shares the learning responsibility among members of group which work towards a common goal. According to social constructivism, learning is a collaborative process and knowledge develops from individuals' interactions with their culture and society. Youth. Next point is cooperative learning. Youth. This is a method of learning in which students are divided into small groups and the responsibility of learning is given to them. Cooperative learning utilizes not only the student's own knowledge but also uses the experience of others. Who. Next point is zone of proximal development. According to Vygotsky, there is a level of achievement that can be reached by all learners of their own, and another higher level which can be achieved by own efforts and which can be achieved with the help of others is called zone of proximal development. In this picture, which is clear for you. Next point is scaffolding. The students should need help from teachers or peer groups in learning activities. Teachers shall provide hints, tips, give examples, ask questions to direct their thinking. Through this, students must be equipped to complete the task assigned to him fruitfully. Scaffolding highlights the foremost role of teacher in learner-centered education. Next point is internal motivation, which means if a student is internally motivated, he can involve completely in learning and own up responsibility for all activities in learning. Teachers must take efforts to see that students have external and internal motivation. Now we are going to discuss about the difference between behaviorism and constructivism. Behaviorism is a teacher-centered education, but the constructivism is a learner-centered education. Behaviorism is content-oriented, but the other is process-oriented. In behaviorism, emphasis teaching but another emphasis learning. In behaviorism, learners as receiver of knowledge but in the other learner constructs knowledge. In behaviorism, extrinsic motivation leads to learning and in constructivism, intrinsic motivation leads to learning. In behaviorism, learner viewed as empty vessels but the other learner with unique abilities. In behaviorism, learning as mechanical process but another learning as natural process. In behaviorism, learning is stimulus-response relationship, but in constructivism, learning is active mental process. In behaviorism, same approach for all age groups, but in constructivism, changed approach based on developmental stages. In behaviorism, rewards, punishments, reinforcement make learning effective. In constructivism, problem solving through experiences makes learning effective. In behaviorism, learning is behavior modification but the other, learning is conceptual change and addition. In behaviorism, importance to product of learning but in constructivism, importance to process of learning. Behaviorism is a foundation of behaviorist theories of learning but constructivism, foundation of cognitive theories of learning. In behaviorism, teacher's role is trainer but in constructivism, teacher's role as facilitator. Next we are going to discuss the difference between traditional classroom and constructivist classroom. In traditional classroom, learning is based on repetition of what the student already known. In constructivist classroom, learning is interactive. In traditional classroom, teacher's role is directive, rooted in authority. But in constructivist classroom, teacher's role is interactive, rooted in negotiation. In traditional classroom, teacher-centered and content-oriented, but in constructivism, pupil-centered and process-oriented. Traditional classroom based on behaviorist theories of learning and constructivist classroom based on cognitive and humanist theories of learning. In traditional classroom, learner is a receiver of knowledge within fixed seating arrangement. But in constructivist classroom, learner constructs knowledge within the flexible seating arrangement. In traditional classroom, teacher as controller, and in constructivist classroom, teacher as facilitator. In traditional classroom preparation time minimal, but in constructivist classroom time consuming preparation. Next, we are going to discuss about which are the activities that can be used in constructivist classroom. The activities are specimen collection, projects, group discussions, debate, field trip, poster designing, puzzles, experiments, seminar, outdoor learning, role play, preparing slogans, brainstorming, model making, chart exhibition, collage making, cartoon making, etc. Today we came across the topics important ideas of constructivism and difference between behaviorism and constructivism and the difference between traditional classroom and constructivist classroom. Then we discuss the list of activities used in constructivist classroom. So, I think these topics are clear for you. Thank you.